you're going to be playing against a lot of foxes. Even if the player you play against isn't a fox.
Some people say I had a fox bracket, and I like to say, oh no, you just had a bracket. My friend. you were just in this tournament. That's just what
Somebody was telling me that like 40% of Melee entrants play fox. If that's true, that's insane.
Wow.
That was an early kill. That was crazy. Fox's up smash hits so far in front of him.
Oh yeah.
It pisses me off sometimes.
No, honestly, it really sometimes like. I've been hit with some up smashes that I was like, I was nowhere near that.
Yeah.
You know? Where is Chango from?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
I've heard the name. I know it was a Puff.
I've seen Chango a number of times, but it's always at majors, so I have no idea like where he's actually from.
From the USA, baby.
Yeah. The good old US of A. Justus has the like lean forward look. And then again, Chango just looks like Mango. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Is that why the name is so similar?
Maybe. Yeah. No, honestly, wait. Hold on. I heard what you said, and then I looked at the player cam.
No, it's insane.
It looks like a young man.
It literally does look like Mango from like 8 years ago.
But with you got to put on the crown if you're gonna do that.
Yeah. Out of respect. The crown is my favorite skin.
Oh yeah. No, that's great.
All right, after two really quick stocks, true, you're always
always
after two very quick stocks, we got a much slower game.
But I think that's what Chango wants.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
You don't want
Justus. Probably wants to push the pace here a little faster.
A battle of the explosive players.
How do you actually do that?
How do you push the pace?
Like no,
or
honestly,
how do you slow things down?
Think about no. How do you get this going faster? Because Puff, you know what Puff wants to do.
Right.
Opportunist wants to like find and weave its way in.
I think trying to get it going faster is actually probably a bad move from Fox. Fox is actually, unless you're losing, which now it looks like
Justus started off really fast and taking that stock, and I think that was working a little more than what we're seeing now. So I'm thinking, okay, it's really hard to keep pushing that pressure because now Puff is like, no. What works for me is like really just staying away from you. And
Puff's at a percent that you're not going to find the things that Justus got in stock one. Oh, Battlefield Ledge is coming into play a little bit there.
Yeah,
but the problem is at this percent, Justus got that kill off of some weird DI and then an up smash that killed super early. That's just not going to happen at these percents. You're going to have to get a stray hit like that back
straight up tilt, something like that.
And I think most Foxes get in trouble when they try to push the pace versus Puff. That's kind of what Puff wants. Puff wants you diving in. Puff wants you trying too hard to force something. If you can play a super patient game, if you can sit back and laser, I don't know if you remember that Hungrybox versus SFAT set where people were like, actually, SFAT's the one slowing the pace down a lot.
Yeah.
He was just so far away from Hungrybox. I think it was like a 3-0, something like that. Okay, up air, gonna steal the stock, and now especially is when I don't think you should be diving in. You have the power.
Or should you, Belt?
No,
or should you? Because it's rolling. You got a stock ahead.
You have the power to make Puff do the thing that she doesn't want to do, which is try to approach you.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you can force that out, Puff is in trouble.
Yeah.
And yeah, these lasers on the platform. Oh, but Chango finds a big up air there. Gets a knockdown on the platform. It doesn't lead it too much.
We're about to be at the percent where it's just like, fish for that finisher.
Air. Yeah, just patient back airs here, trying to catch Justus jumping out of shield, but Justus catches Chango with an up air, and now we're at the percent. Up throw up air will kill, a random up smash would kill.
Maybe even an up tilt.
Chango has to be super careful with his approaches, and an approach facing backwards, looking like he was going to do a backer on the shield.
Ooh.
Just turn around and grab, but it didn't matter. Justus finds the up smash.
That.
And that's a 2-stock. That looks super even, but ending up at a 2-stock.
That's a real tight sweater that Justus has.
It's very nice.
It's really nice.
Looks very good. Both these players are looking good. Both of them have very long hair.
All right, Chango, closing the eyes, taking a breath, going to Dreamland.
Dreamland makes sense. You'll just live longer, especially two of those kills on Puff came really early. Yeah, you definitely want to.
Yeah, let's live a little more. Let's live to play some Melee.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Looking for an up air there on. Yeah, really trying to read Justus's jump out of shield timings, and Justus is not giving it to him.
Really impressed with how solid Justus is. I mean, I knew it, but it's it's nice to see.
This is a matchup that, like, some of the, you have to be solid in. If you're not, a lot of that can come out in one of these matchups.
There's no impressive way to beat Puff. You know what I mean? No, straight up. Like,
I don't know about that.
If you do, you're a god. We've seen it a couple times. Obviously, like, Mango and, like, Hungrybox have played, like, a million times. There have been, like, a few games where Mango just completely, like, played exactly like you want to play. But it is so amazingly hard to, like, impressively beat Puff.
Sure. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Chango evening that up right now. He's doing a lot of tournament winner. Is that just what he does in between stocks? I don't know.
Hey, I don't know.
Seeing it.
Trying to win the tournament.
Oh my gosh. Justus just racked up so much percent. And
3 aerials, couple lasers.
Another few percent and up throw upper will kill. It's not going to kill just yet on this stage, I don't think.
Oh, that pound.
That was huge, but Justus hit the tech, which was a big deal. You saw Chango going for that jab. If he had landed the jab reset, that would have just been a rest. And absolutely would have taken the stock trade at these percents.
I would love to hear the philosophy on Puff players about that pound specifically. I mean, we always look at it and we're like, man, that is such a bad idea. But then sometimes it works.
Yeah.
And then so now you got to ask the Puff players, like, all right, so what are you thinking when you throw that? Like, you know what I mean? What makes you like want to do that?
There's something about throwing out a dumb
like Ganon
move
down
that just
B.
gives me serotonin. Like,
right.
I throw out a Falco F smash that I know is stupid, and boy, it feels good.
Yeah.
Even when I get hit, I'm like, you know what? It felt really good to do that.
Rip it.
It felt good. Oh.
Wow.
Justus is finding all of these up airs.
Oh, yeah. The space is not an issue.
Justus is finding some of these up airs in
We are
neutral,
going to
too.
FOD so quickly.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Chango might rock with the Dreamland again.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Because Justus was so good on the platforms at Battlefield, I don't know if you want the platforms to be even closer together. But
yeah, but I feel like the aerial, like
the platforms move.
The bulk of the percentage that Justus is getting, if like 2 quick nairs and a back air, couple lasers, you're at 60. You know what I mean? Let's see if those platforms can mess up. You know what I mean? Some of that flow.
We shall see.
We'll see. I don't know.
That was a brutal 3-stock. Yeah, Chango going back to Dreamland. I mean, trying to live a little longer, it really didn't look like it mattered much. He wasn't living to super high percentages. Oh, no tech chase rest. Just goes for a back air. There's the pound that you're talking about.
It's very hard when you're in the heat of the moment and playing Melee to understand, like, what is working for my opponent that, like, I'm not dealing with correctly.
Yeah,
and
it is so hard.
Now, we're just watching the game. You know what I mean? That's it. So we're seeing, okay, Justus has no problem finding the kill right now. And he's getting the percentage. He's not really laser camping hard. He's getting, like, a string of a couple aerials. So that's why I'm, like, looking at him like, oh, yeah. You have to go to FOD, but it's really hard in the moment to be like, oh man, you can't diagnose what's killing you.
I should switch something up. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I think we should bring back mid-sets coaching.
Really? Do you actually think that?
Just have a coach. Why not?
I'm not a fan.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan. Well, because, I feel like it's not super fair. Like, not everybody is going to have one. And I feel like
I think it's super fair that some people have a better coach than you know what I mean? Get a better coach. That's what I say.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like one of the things that I like so much about Melee is watching players who are good at adaptation. That was one of my favorite things about watching Armada.
Right, but then we could also be like, all right, shout out to Chango and his coach.
Okay, that would be kind of bad.
You know what I mean?
And like, if they had like matching sweatsuits, that would be awesome.
And the coaches have to have a clipboard over their mouth, so they're like.
Oh yeah, like they're calling plays. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, you completely changed my mind.
Yeah.
Wait, you're from Pittsburgh.
Just in between. Oh, of course, absolutely.
I'm from Cincinnati.
Oh, well, I'm glad you guys think that you're, on the come up.
What do you mean? We were in this. Okay, we gotta go back to the game. Nobody cares about football here.
Being in the Super Bowl, that got kind of old for us.
Yeah, clearly, because you guys haven't gone back at all recently.
I haven't had a losing season in like a million years.
Whatever. All right, Puff versus Fox. Yeah, Justus is really
Big
keeping
Ben
it
goat.
Oh my God. How is this the conversation that I ended up with?
You can't.
I brought it upon myself.
You did it to yourself.
I brought it upon myself.
I'm telling you can't do it. You can't do it. I'm telling you.
Justus is just keeping up the pressure. I mean, we saw game one was kind of a closer 2-stock, and then it's just gotten further and further apart as the games have gone on. It feels like Justus has gotten more and more comfortable with, oh my gosh, and even that, like falling through the platform with the back air on the shield, getting the shine out, and then wave dashing away, Chango just whiffing a grab. Chango is
I
finding
might be
nothing.
right in the, like, I think that Justus is really good at this matchup specifically.
Maybe.
If I'm not, I don't know, there's something that's telling me that that is true. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe he has some beef with some Puff players.
I feel like Justus is one of those players that kind of thrives on beef.
Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't feed him, because he'll eat you alive.
No.
I'm sorry, if he played that
game,
that Ganon today, it would be rough. I'm telling you that.
Wasn't it rough back then?
I mean, kind of.
All right, that up throw is never going to do anything because you have no stage to run from, and Puff is at 150. But that back air is going to do something. Chango did manage to claw back a good amount of percent, but this is just an enormous
The pace switches of this set have been very crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's hard to say like what has been working and what hasn't. Because
good call out on that side B. I mean, Chango cleaning up the stock, but you got to clean up a few more here. And Justus really
you can get a kill and a rest. I mean, that's the scary part about Jigglypuff. This isn't like the take a deep breath and be like, all right, I have such a lead right now. I can take my foot off the gas. No, if you die once, you're like you're on watch.
That's why as Justus, I would be doing what Justus is doing. I'm playing the platforms. I'm playing the laser.
Yeah,
game.
this
I'm
is
running
where
away. I'm so much
you
faster.
need to take rest off the table for this stock for sure.
And wow, that was a great pickup from Chango. And all of a sudden, exactly what you were talking about. I found a kill. Rest is on the table.
Yep, it's tough. It's really tough.
One back air in there, getting some percent up there. You needed that one back air for Rest to do anything. Actually, I still don't think it's going to kill on Dreamland with good DI. Justus is just racking up the lasers, getting Chango to the percent where up air would kill, or a stray up Sash Knight kill.
So I've talked about this earlier too, where like, okay, a lot of people will laser to this, and then stop and try to find that finisher. Now Justus has been finding the finishers,
right?
But like, I also kind of think like, whatever, let's just keep getting the laser.
If they're
content getting lasered, like whatever, I'm fine with finding a back air.
Patient this is, and
wow, and got it.
I mean, that was such a perfect way to end the set because Justus has been doing that the entire set, just